Hey guys, it's me, Candace, and this video is very self-explanatory, as you can see from the title, and it's the video I've been planning to make since the unboxing of my cell phone, where to put it, the Verizon Palm Centro. A lot of people have asked me, commented, messaged me, asking about some features about it, all that good stuff, and asking, why'd you choose it? There's so many phones out there now that, it's kind of weird to choose such, just an offbeat device. But this video probably is out there to cover all those questions. It's probably not going to be a review. I might say some things I like about it, but it's more of, I think I want this video to be more of a, I don't know what phone to get, what was your reasoning for getting your new phone? You haven't upgraded in 3 years, so why'd you choose the one you choose? And are you happy with it? So anyway, first you can see, you can tell by the camera, it's a Verizon Palm Centro. So since I'm on Verizon, my choices are already limited. I'm on a CDMA carrier. Okay, that was a tongue twister. Which means I cannot get unlocked phones. I cannot get the iPhone 3G, and it's more of the cooler phones because CDMA carriers usually get not the best phones out there. But Verizon and LG are working really hard to make the new phones, like the LG Voyager, the Dare, with the Samsung Glide out there. So there's a bunch of choices out there, but I'll start telling you why I chose this little thing over any other phone. Now first, let me tell you that my first Verizon cell phone was the V I got 3 years ago. If you don't know what the V is, if you know the NV, it was the older version of the NV. It was a little thicker, a little smaller, but pretty much the same design. But all Verizon phones, all non-smartphones from Verizon, come with a really awful GUI. So the interface is really hard to use, it's really limited, and Verizon is actually known for locking down their Bluetooth. So it's not the greatest thing to choose when you're looking at a phone, because you don't want to be restricted, you don't be locked down by your carrier. It's just not a very good idea too. So one reason was, of course, because my Palm Centro runs the Palm operating system. So I'm not locked down to Verizon and their really bad services. I'm not locked down to their really awful application plans or any of that. I have my own application store, just like the iPhone, for the Palm Centro, and most of the helpful software is either pretty cheap or free. So that's really awesome. Now, hardware-wise, when I was looking at a phone, I definitely need a QWERTY keyboard. My first phone was always had a QWERTY keyboard, so just dropped my pencil there. Alright. But all my phones had a QWERTY keyboard. I'm the best at typing text messages. I'm a big texter out there, and if you can't tell, but the Centro does have a full QWERTY keyboard. It's really small, but it's almost the same difficulty as typing on the iPhone without any physical buttons on that. So you will get used to it unless you really do have really large fingers. But it only took me like a day or so to get really used to the thing, and I'm really fast at it now. Pretty fast on it. Definitely faster than my iPhone. So QWERTY keyboard was a definite must. Now, the size of this thing is, I don't know how to describe it because I can't say it's small, because there's definitely phones out there. Here's the LG Venus. But, it's not small in the way you think of small, but if you ever held a Trio in your hand, you know how clunky the device is. It has that really nubby antenna. But, Palm worked really hard to redesign it, and the reason why it's not called a Trio, it's actually smaller than a Trio. And the body of it is really nice to hold. And it's a great size. It's really pocketable. It's really light. But yet it doesn't feel too small. The problem with me and thin phones are I don't like the feeling of thin phones because they feel really flimsy in your hand. So this is the right balance of that really good grip quality, but not being so clunky. Alright. So like I said before, I chose the Palm mainly because of the operating system it's running. And it's really easy to get used to. I don't want to keep comparing it to the iPhone because it's not out there to compete with the iPhone. But the menu system is all icons. All the buttons are very intuitive to use. I can probably give this to my grandpa and he'll be able to pick it up and use it. It's just really easy to use, and some of the software they included with it, because I've never really used a Palm device till right now. I grew up in that age when Palm was getting really popular and the Palm Pilot was the biggest thing to have at the day. but I never really had a device to play with. So playing with this operating system along with my iPhone, which I have, yank it out of the dock here, is a great way of just seeing how Palm, I think, almost inspired some of the aspects of the iPhone and actually shines in a couple of categories. But one thing I really love the most, which is also on the iPhone, is how this device handles text messaging. So when you send someone a message and they send you a message back, it looks like a little conversation you're having with them, almost like an IM chat. So it's easier to talk back to the people. It makes it more intuitive to talk to your friend or neighbor. It feels like you're just having a conversation over your cell phone. So that's really nice. Other software things is when you make a dial new number and you end your call, they ask you, do you want to save this contact? And for me, that's really good because I'm really bad with contacts. So plugging in really easily, and I have all my contacts on it. It's really nice. So I talked about the apps already. Most of them are a little older because the screen isn't as glamorous as the iPhone or other devices. But the apps on it are really handy. Games, I'm really addicted to this game called Traffic, which is the parking lot game, and also Yahtzee. And another reason is that Centro is not carrier specific to Verizon. What I mean is the Voyager is only on Verizon, so I'm thinking more accessory-wise, but I'm able to get accessories cheaper because Verizon usually only makes the really good quality accessories for Verizon phones, like the Dare, the Glide, and all that stuff. So it's a little harder to find accessories, but for the Palm Centro, it's also on the GSM carrier, so more stores are likely to carry accessories, and I'm able to buy cheaper accessories for my phone rather than paying Verizon even more money. And this goes along with my next point also, is that Verizon likes to nickel and dime you for everything you have. And with older phones, like my V, I actually had to pay $30 just for the USB cable. It was called like the Music Essentials Kit, and it was just totally not worth it. But in the packaging, you get a USB cable, which is amazing because, of course, the Palm is a smartphone and you need the data cable. But it saves you another $30 or how much money you want to pay for the data cable. It comes in the packaging, you can start using it, and it's pretty great. And next thing. And probably the last point of why I got the Palm Centro is, and probably it's the main reason why a lot of people buy it, is the price. The price is, for Verizon with a new 2-year contract, is $99. I think on the GSM carriers like Singular, it's around $49 now. And it's a great way of arguing, would you rather get a really basic flip phone that looks pretty decent, or a full QWERTY keyboard smartphone for the same price point? Not like saying I was on sort of a budget because I did spend money on my iPhone, but I wanted to spend the least amount of money. I wasn't looking for the most glamorous phone because it was just not something I'm looking for. I wanted a great, functional, easy to use, great price phone. And looking through all Verizon's phones, which is pretty limited, I think the Centro fits it best. I'm really happy with it, with my choice. If you're wondering if you're on Verizon or any other carrier and you're looking for a new phone, definitely look at the Palm Centro. Even if you think you don't like the operating system or the keyboard, just hold it in your hands because it's kind of deceiving if you see it on film or anything. It's just, if you hold it in your hand, if you go through the menu system, if you play with it, you'll definitely learn that this phone is definitely worth the value. And the price point is amazing. The features are amazing. Palm really saved themselves by releasing this phone. Alright guys, I'm already up to 9 minutes, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. And this is, what's this video called again? Why I picked my Palm Centro. Bye.